Good morning, everybody. JDev has returned once again to give you exactly what you want. Of course, there'll be more of me, that amazing backdrop that's behind me, giving you my thoughts, my opinions, and what I hope will be some expert analysis on a certain topic subject. And that topic subject will be UFC 239 predictions. But before I get into that, if you're a fan of the UFC and you have thoughts on this particular event, make sure you leave a comment who you think will win. Predictions on the fights, of course, and future fights that you want to see. If you're a fan of the UFC and you like this video, make sure you like it or thumb it up. And if you're new, you should subscribe. I appreciate it. I really do. And leave comments. Leave questions. I will be more than happy to answer them. But tomorrow night, UFC 239, starting at 9 p.m., the main card. My predictions for the main card, which you can only see on the ESPN Plus app. Or, if you want to come to my house, you get in touch with me and let me know that you're coming. You're more than welcome to show up. So, here we go. UFC 239, starting in the welterweight division. Diego Sanchez versus Michael Chiesa. I think that's going to be an evenly matched contest. It literally could go either way. Diego Sanchez has recently switched camps, which I think could hurt him. Why would you want to leave Jackson Wink MMA? It seems like they only care about Jon Jones and Holly Holm at this point. But Chiesa's really good in the clinch. He's got good submissions. Yeah, I don't know where to go on this one. I'm going to go with Diego Sanchez because he looked more impressive against Mickey Gall. Michael Chiesa recently fought Carlos Condit, but Carlos Condit, I don't know what's wrong with Carlos Condit, but he just can't win now all of a sudden. What is he, lost 4 or 5 in a row? So I'll go with Diego Sanchez in this particular bout, but it literally could go either way, and that's my opinion on that. Next in the UFC light heavyweight division, making his debut in the light heavyweight division, formerly a 185-pounder, now jumping up to 205, Luke Rockhold. This is going to be a good division for him. He's facing Jan Blachowicz. I think Luke Rockhold is looking past Blachowicz. It's pretty obvious that Luke Rockhold is looking towards Jon Jones. I don't know if Luke Rockhold deserves a fight against Jon Jones right away. Well, that being said, Luke Rockhold is a beast. Not having to cut a lot of weight. He's a pretty well-rounded fighter. I think he'll win the fight, but I think he's looking past Blachowicz, which could be a problem. And I would love if Rockhold got knocked out or tapped out because I don't like Luke Rockhold. You all know that. It's not just because he's a DC guy. I just don't like him. He's a cocky prick, and I love somebody to shut him up. Similar to what happened against Michael Bisping. But Luke Rockhold in his last fight looked good against David Branch, but hasn't fought since. That's the problem with Luke Rockhold. He talks a lot of shit, but then doesn't fight ever. He's too busy modeling. So, you know what? I hope Blachowicz just knocks him out, but I don't see it happening. Luke Rockhold should win that fight, even if he's looking past the guy. Next in the UFC welterweight division, Ben Funky Askren versus Jorge Masvidal. This is going to be a good fight, I think. I do think Ben Askren will win the fight. He did look good against Robbie Lawler. You know, after he got dropped on his head and ground and pounded to death, Askren could take a shot. And once he got his arm free, he defended himself pretty good, got back up, took Lawler down, got him in the bulldog choke. Didn't really make him tap out, but Herb Dean stopped the fight because he thought Lawler was in trouble. And it seems like to me, watching the view from outside the cage, that Lawler was just fine. He was just kind of relaxing, weathering the storm, and then probably going to pick Askren up again and slam him. But I'm not a fan of Askren. I didn't like what he said after the fight. Obviously, there was some controversy involved. And then Askren says to Dana White, is that the best you got? Well, he says to Joe Rogan, directed towards Dana White, is that the best you got? Not happy about that. But regardless of that, I do think Ben Askren will win the fight. He's going to get a hold of him, grab him, take him down, and mat hump him for 3 rounds. But, you know, Masvidal, if he can connect with a lucky shot like he did against the Korea Zombie, which was his last fight, you never know what could happen. Next, we have Holly Holm against Amanda Nunes for one of her titles. This is going to be a good fight. I think this will actually go 5 rounds. I don't think Nunes can come out with haymakers and knock Holly Holm out. I think Holly Holm's a much better striker than Cyborg was, surprisingly. I don't know if she's as good as Valentina Shevchenko, but she's definitely good, and she looked good in her last fight. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly who that was against, but I know she won by ground and pound, if I remember correctly. And, of course, we know what happened with Amanda Nunes and Cyborg. That was crazy. Those fucking haymakers that she was connecting against Cyborg. But I do think Amanda Nunes will win this fight. I just think she's just on another level right now. And she's only getting better. I could see another fight with her and Shevchenko, but who knows. If you're betting, though, out of all the fights on this fight card, if you want to go with an underdog, I would go with Holly Holm because I think she shocked the world before. Ronda Rousey ring a bell, and you never know. It could happen again. And I would love if Holly Holm won, but I just don't see it happening. And then the main event of the evening for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship, Thiago Santos versus Jon Bones Jones. I think this is going to be a crazy fight. I expect Santos to come running out, throwing haymakers, but Jon Jones is going to bleed kick him a couple times, and then he's going to take him down. Who knows? Santos could connect, and if he does connect, Jones might go night-night at some point. I don't see it happening, but you never know. He's done it before. Well, not against Jon Jones, of course. But I do see Jon Jones winning this fight. I would give Santos like a 2% chance. But Jon Jones is arguably the greatest of all time. And he should win this fight. And I'll be interested to see what's next for Jon Jones, assuming he wins this fight. So there are my predictions. Let's go over them one more time. I'm predicting Diego Sanchez to beat Michael Chiesa. I'm predicting Luke Rockhold to beat Jan Blachowicz. I'm predicting Ben Askren to beat Jorge Masvidal. I'm predicting Amanda Nunes to beat Holly Holm, although if you want to go with an underdog, go with Holly Holm on this one because she shocked the world before. And, of course, we just talked about, I'm predicting Jon Jones to beat Thiago Santos. So there are my predictions. Please, if you have predictions of your own, leave it in the comment section, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Like the video, thumb it up, like I said before. If you want to subscribe, that would be great, too. It helps the channel out. Facebook, you can't subscribe, but you can just look at my posts all the time. And I hope you do enjoy tomorrow's fight, UFC 239, starting at 9 p.m. And if you're in the area and you want to watch the fight and don't want to pay the money to come, to watch it, come over to my house. Pay me a little money, just a little bit, not the $70 or $60 that it costs on the ESPN Plus app, and you can enjoy lots of entertainment. So, hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and of course, I'll be back again soon with another. Peace!